You may have heard the term intrinsic constant. An intrinsic constant effectively is a built-in constant. It already exists, it's already been defined, and we can then make use of it in our VBA code. Now, where they pop up usually are when you're assigning values to things or attributes, or in any number of places really. Now, if you ever come across one in someone else's code and you're trying to find out what that actually means or what the code behind it is, then we can go to the immediate window and do a question mark and type the VB constant. One that we'll certainly be using is when we look at color is VB red. So I can put question mark VB red, return. The value actually is 255. You can swap your use of intrinsic constants for actual values at any point, but that does mean the actual value is then an actual value. And if somewhere globally the intrinsic value for that constant changes, your code will not respond. So it's not usually advisable to use the actual value behind the constant, but you can find the values should you have a requirement. So quite a few of the colors are easy to do. VB green, and the actual numeric value behind that constant of VB green is 65,280. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit of research about constants and the ones that exist, you could use the object browser. If we go to View, Object Browser, we do a search in here for constants, and it brings up a number of constants. It brings up the color constants, and we can see them here: VB black, VB blue, VB cyan, etc., etc. A massive list of constants here. We've got Excel add, Excel all, Excel automatic, Excel bar. This is a long list here. And these are all constant values that have been set up. They're built in, they're intrinsic, and they all have a value behind them that you can access at whatever given point. At any point, you can ask what the value is behind any of these in your immediate window with a question mark. XL narrow, for example, it's actually got the value 1. Question mark. XL minimum, the value 4. So whatever point you see these applied, you'll find that they have a numeric value behind them. You cannot change that numeric value. You can only make use of it either by using the constant name or the numeric value. Now, because you cannot create a constant with the same name as an XL intrinsic one, you'll find that all the XL ones are either prefixed XL or VB. So all the color ones are prefixed BB. All of the ones in the VBA library here, they're all prefixed BB. And the ones in the XL library are prefixed XL. So there is a good chance, as long as you avoid the prefix XL and the prefix VB when you're naming your constants, you won't accidentally try and use an existing constant name. So these are the intrinsic constants. We know you can create your own and make use of your own. The idea behind either of them, the intrinsic or your own, are that they tidy your code up and make it easier to manage and find out and follow exactly what you're doing.